If you want to make better YouTube videos, start by asking yourself what all of the best videos, whether they're on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram, have in common. Think about what the top creators all tend to do throughout their videos. Well, the first thing they do is they hook you. They start with an engaging question or piece of information or montage or something that's going to capture your attention and get you to actually continue watching the video. So that's my first tip. If you want to improve your YouTube videos, start by coming up with a good hook. This can look a lot of different ways. You can ask a question like I just did. You can share something that people are going to relate to, like maybe by showing a popular creator who they may know. Or what I like to do in my vlogs is I like to include some type of a montage, something that is just fun, that has a bit of musicality to it, a little bit of rhythm to it, that's maybe just aesthetically pleasing to look at, that's going to get people to continue to want to see what's going on in the video. I did a pretty good job of this, if I will say so myself, in my last vlog. What I did was I clipped a section of the video where I was very animated, very excited about something that I had found. And I layered that sound with different highlights, different, again, mostly aesthetically pleasing or just interesting looking sections of the vlog. I'll show you what that looked like right here. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I cannot believe I just found this while talking to you guys. And what this did is it encouraged people to continue watching until really the end of the video where I finally revealed exactly what it was that got me to have a minor meltdown or potentially a positive meltdown, I guess, about finding this thing. You'll have to watch it for yourself to see what exactly that was. But you've got to grab people's attention. In today's world especially, it is super important. We live in the era of TikTok and Instagram Reels and all of this short form content. So you don't want to be rambling on talking about who you are and what the point of this video is. They clicked on your video, they see your face, they see the title, they know why they're here. Now just get to the point. I've got 4 other tips for you if you want to learn how to take your videos from just your basic old talking head video to something that's really fun and cinematic and something that you're really proud of. But before we get into that, let's take a second for today's sponsor, which is uscreen. If you're watching this video, chances are you want to create revenue from your content. And one of the best ways to do that is by creating a community of people who have a shared interest, who want to learn and connect. I've hosted several group courses, programs, masterminds over the years, and they're super rewarding and fun to do, but they can also be really hard to manage on your own. That's why I'm so excited to be partnering with uscreen on today's video. They make that process super simple. Uscreen is an all-in-one platform that lets content creators sell their videos online and build their own membership site, as well as mobile and TV apps with a Netflix-like look and feel. Best of all uscreen plans include video hosting, out-of-the-box websites, a lot of built-in tools, and plenty of third-party integrations. uscreen partners with all kinds of creators, from fitness studios to educators, news personalities, music teachers, vloggers, kids entertainment, and anyone that wants to make money from their content can do it with uscreen. In addition to this, people can also do live streaming behind a paywall and get their own branded apps built by the uscreen team. So if you're interested in learning more about memberships and building recurring revenue, check out uscreen. I'll leave a link for them down below. Thanks for sponsoring this video. Okay, so we talked about hooking people in to get to watch your video. Great, got it. The second thing that you can do to improve your video is really simple. It's just add B-roll to it. So what you're looking at right now is called A-roll. I'm just talking to my camera, talking into my microphone, and that's the fundamental part of the video, right? I'm really carrying the storyline. I'm adding all the narrative components, but just staring at me for 10 minutes or however long this video is going to be is probably going to be pretty boring for everybody involved, let's be honest. So to help illustrate some of the things that I'm saying, I can go ahead and add an additional element over top of what I'm saying. So I can do this by adding in pictures or graphics or videos that have to do with the topic that I'm talking about. So let's say that I'm teaching you how to make better skateboard videos. Well, I can pull out old skateboard videos that I've recorded if I have any, or if I don't have any on my hard drive, I can go into a tool like Canva and just create a new video and search their stock library for skateboarding videos. And now you're watching a skateboarder as I'm saying the word skateboarding, and that's just a lot more interesting than watching the word skateboarding come out of my mouth. One little tip that I can give you if you are serious about making YouTube content is to schedule in B-roll shoots for yourself. Using stock video can be really helpful, especially if you need something really obscure, like somebody jumping out of a parachute or something. Like, you probably are not going to be able to capture that footage on your own in most cases. However, for the more mundane, the more, casual things like working in an office or working with clients or talking on the phone or texting, those things can be nice to have actual videos of yourself or your real clients or your real colleagues. So just schedule some time in. Reach out to a friend who also owns a business and buddy up with them to create some B-roll content. This can be great too because it's also really nice to have for short form content like TikTok and Reels. If you have that B-roll content and can just put some text overlay on it or splice together a montage, it can really make a big difference. So definitely think about using B-roll, both stock and original if you can.
Wave to the camera.
This tip probably should have been number one, to be honest, but this is what I always say. People will forgive bad quality video. They really will. I mean, as long as we can see you, as long as you are in frame, as long as it's not completely dark, people will generally be okay with the video quality. I think most of us have an iPhone or something that is able to record in HD and the quality is good enough. But audio is something that is a little bit more challenging because the iPhone's audio on its own, if you have a insulated room, it might be okay. But if you are vlogging out in the world and you're in New York City and there's traffic horns going off and there's people yelling and, it's hard to hear you, that might be challenging and people might not want to stick around for that video. I know I personally wouldn't. So one of the easiest things that you can do is, it's super affordable piece of equipment, is just buy a microphone. I personally use the Shure MV7 for my sit-down videos. It's really easy to use. You can use it with USB or XLR. I know we're getting pretty fancy with those terms here. If you want more in-depth on my setup, I've got a video all about my video podcast setup, so I'll leave that for you if you want to get nerdy on that. If you're recording with your phone, I also really like another Shure microphone. I'm going to put it up here on the screen. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it can plug in via lightning cable or micro USB depending on your phone, and it gives off really high quality sound. We're going to test the audio just of the iPhone itself. Testing the iPhone with the microphone being handheld like this. If you're going to make any investment in a piece of equipment, I actually would say a microphone should come first. There are just so many use cases for it. In addition to just making your YouTube videos look good, you can also use it for Zoom calls and just appear more professional when you're talking to clients and things like that. You can record a podcast. I think it is the best bang for your buck is to invest in a microphone above any other piece of equipment. Now, if you've done that and you still want to take your video quality up a notch, the next investment I would encourage you to make is a lens, not a camera body. This is a big misconception a lot of people have, is that, I just need a better camera. I need a better quality camera. And sometimes that's true. Like if you're working with a very, very old piece of equipment, sure, maybe it's time to upgrade the whole camera. But in a lot of cases, the lens or the glass, as we say, that actually has a little bit more power over your image quality than the camera itself. So I just upgraded my camera body for the first time in I think 4 years or so, give or take. I am now shooting on the Canon R10. Before that though, I was using the Canon 80D, which is still a pretty good quality camera, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of old. It's not the newest Canon camera. It's pretty clunky compared to the one that I'm using now. And I really changed the look of it just by investing in a higher quality lens. Out of the box, the look of the Canon 80D just kind of gave me like a little bit of a flat image quality. I didn't have that blurred background that we all know and love for YouTube videos. And the autofocus was a little bit slow on it. When I moved around, it didn't really move with me. But this lens that I use, that I'm still using on the R10 as well, has a really fast autofocus, has a good depth of field on it, and is just a higher quality lens. It just gives me a crisper image. So the great thing about investing in lenses too is that you can usually use them across different cameras. So most all of my cameras are Canons. So I can use this lens with almost all of my cameras. And actually this one that I'm shooting on right now is technically a different lens size, but I was able to buy an adapter for it so I can still make use of this lens. All right. And we've talked a little bit about equipment here, but I want to take it back to basics and share with you what I call my golden rule of content. If you want to make better YouTube videos, ask yourself this: how is this content helping someone? If you cannot answer that question, if you're like, you know what, this was just a fun way for me to remember my weekend in New York, that's fine. I'm all about doing things just for fun and creativity. Don't get me wrong. But if you're taking this seriously as a creator, as a business, you've got to figure out how this is helping someone. And sometimes it's not always super obvious. When I first started my YouTube channel, I was making beauty and fashion content. And it didn't always feel very apparent. It kind of felt very vain. I was doing it because it was something that was fun for me, and I was learning and I was having fun editing the content. But the truth is, I was helping review products for people who maybe couldn't afford to go out and buy the latest lipstick and swatch it themselves. But even going deeper than that, let's be honest, makeup, fashion, feeling good, looking good, right? That's not just about aesthetics. It also has to do with how we feel about ourselves and confidence and all of these things. And I would get messages from people telling me, they watched my video before they had a big job interview, or that they were learning how to do their makeup so they could start a YouTube channel of their own. And obviously we know makeup's not essential for getting a job or for doing a YouTube channel, but sometimes they can just make people feel more confident in those situations. It certainly does for me from time to time. So really hone in on your true purpose and figure out how you are really helping people with your videos. If you can't answer that question, it might be time to rethink your strategy or reposition your video a little bit. I might take a vlog that feels very just self-serving and fun for me. And I might be able to flip it around and say, what lesson can I teach people? What lesson did I learn? Can I give a recommendation for a really helpful book? It doesn't take a lot to just flip it around a little bit to make it really helpful for someone, as opposed to just really fun to film and edit. And once you start helping people genuinely, you're going to start building community. And if making money with YouTube is your goal, community is really important. Again, check out uscreen for more information on building memberships and recurring revenue. And that's all I got for today's video. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.